Welcome. Welcome to News with the Twist of Truth. My name is Michael Alpo, and you are at the Alpo Show, the Human Spirit Experiment. Today is December 15th, 2021, and today we will be discussing the top stories that have been going on. So, the top stories are inflation is continuing to rise. The index came in from the Federal Reserve, and according to a November price jumps, we had a 9.6% wholesale prices, 6.8% consumer prices. This is just for the month of November. That looks like a 17% index because, of course, everything is passed on to us. And according to Jerome Powell, there's a real risk inflation may be more persistent. There's a risk that inflation may stay persistently high. Now, he is the head of the Federal Reserve or the central bank, which absolutely runs the money system. Now, in case you don't know it, the central bank or the Federal Reserve Bank is a private institution. It is not a government institution, and it is giving us the bidding of how the actual finances work. They are averaging printing $120 billion a month into the economy, which is part of keeping the inflation high. So he has a plan, but no guarantee that the prices will drop. So brace yourself over the next couple of years. We're going to experience, I believe, inflation that we've never seen before because there appears to be no stop. And this is all since the new regime came in January. So now, next is there is a rise in the pandemic in the EU, which is Europe, and appears that desperate measures are being taken. And so, where's my picture? So I'm going to show you a clip here. So the world is in this dilemma, okay? And what's a dilemma? A dilemma is a problem offering two possibilities, neither of which is unambiguously acceptable or preferable. So we are all in a dilemma. And what's interesting is the EU is shutting down, and Germany and Austria. And on the heels of Austria and Germany locking down, which they've locked down everyone who's unvaccinated, the EU leader is calling for throwing out the Nuremberg Code in favor of forced vaccinating all dissenters. Now, in case you don't know what the Nuremberg Code is, the Nuremberg Code is a set of research ethic principles for human experimentation created by the U.S. v. Brandt Court as one result of the Nuremberg trials at the end of the Second World War, meaning permissible medical experience. According to the Nuremberg Code, you cannot do without somebody's permission to perform experiments. And so by knocking this out, the code, Nazi Germany, Germany and Austria, which were the Nazi countries back in World War II. I thought that it had left, but I guess not. So I want to show a clip from one of the hospitals in the EU, and I think you might find it interesting. Pay attention.
141 people are in hospital with COVID at present, and 43 are in intensive care, 18 of whom require ventilation. So this is a very serious disease. Of those 141, 60 are under the age of 55 and 28 under the age of 35. And of the 43 people in intensive care, one is in their teens, 7 are in their 20s, 3 are in their 30s, 14 are in their 50s, and 12 are in their 60s, and 6 are in their 70s. So this is affecting people of all ages with very serious disease. All but one are vaccinated. One person has just received 1 dose of vaccine. All but one are vaccinated. One person has just received 1 dose of vaccine. All but one are vaccinated. One person has just received 1 dose of vaccine.
Yes, that's very interesting. Next up, Elon Musk is back in the news again, the richest man in the world. Elon Musk, he has a surprise for us. Yes, he has a surprise for us. Hold on here, let me get that. Elon Musk Neuralink to begin implanting microchips in human brains in 2022. It's like a Fitbit for your skull with wires, he said in a 2020 demonstration of the prototype. Now, a lot of us, you might, doesn't he look like a cartoon character? I mean, really, he looks like a superhero guy or whatever. So anyway, I thought this was very interesting. The clip I found off of the clip from Joe Rogan. So this is courtesy. Appreciate that. But again, he asked him the question, what is the Neuralink? And how does it work?
For version 1 of the device, it would be it basically implanted in your skull. So, but it would be flush with your skull. So you basically take out a chunk of skull, put the Neuralink device in there. You put the electrode, you'd insert the electrode threads very carefully into the brain, and then you stitch it up, and you wouldn't even know that somebody has it, and so that it can interface basically anywhere in your brain. So it could be something that helps cure, say, eyesight, like returns your eyesight, even if you've lost your optic nerve type of thing.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Hearing, obviously. I mean, pretty much anything that it could, in principle, fix almost anything that is wrong with the brain.
Everybody ready to get a hole cut in their skull? I'm not. Next, we have LeBron James. And LeBron James is looking up. Things are looking up for him, but it's really weird on some of the things on what he's actually looking up to. And this is a clip that I found, and I thought you might be interested in this because this blew my mind. Yeah, he's looking up. Too bad he's a Laker. Golly. Well, let's end with some good things here. I want to talk about some presidential facts that I thought was interesting. As you know, we have 46 presidents, and 6 are still alive. And here's some facts so 39 presidents out of the 46 have passed. So we have 6 that are still alive. Now, George Washington died, just a fact, at 67 years old. And John Kennedy died at 46, making him the youngest president to die. Now, Jimmy Carter will be the oldest president that was lived. He's the oldest president at 97. So there's not been one president that's ever made it to 97. Okay. Now, George Bush Sr. is next at 94. So you think that, the president is a hard job, right? I mean, really, it's a hard job. You see when they start and when they leave, it is a big change, a lot of them. So it is a hard job. And but when you average all the ages for all the presidents, it comes out to 71 years old. Now, before 18 something, the average age was like 39. So it's gone up here a lot. All right. So now Joe Biden is 79, and he says he will run again, and he'll be 83 years old. So I don't know what's in their tonic or what's in their water, but politicians are getting older and older. Frankly, I think there should be a term limit, without a doubt. So out of the 46, 18% of the presidents died on the job. On the job. 9% were assassinated. And what's interesting is that Thomas Jefferson and John Adams was the second president. Thomas Jefferson was the third, and they both died on the same day, July the 4th, 1826. And it was celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. That was a very interesting fact. Let's see here. Also, James Monroe, the 5th president, he actually died on July the 4th, 1831. Interesting. Then the next guy, so he was the 5th president, but now the 4th was James Madison. He was the 4th, and he died June 28th, 1836. And you know what? They tried to keep him alive to see if he could make it all the way there. So it's interesting about July the 4th, isn't it? Who'd have thought? So anyway, between 1841 and 1963, 8 died in office. So it's a hard job. So I want to leave you with that. I'm going to have my next show. We'll be talking about in the 3rd installment of Wisdom for Beginners. And we will be talking about, I am an adult of my thought. We've already gone through, I'm an adult of my spirit. I'm an adult of my mind. And now next, we're going to be talking about I'm an adult of my thought. So thank you so much for listening. We appreciate your time, and we will be back on the next installment of News with the Twist of Truth. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel. I've got some other videos for you to look at. We're going to be here for a long time. I appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.